Hello, welcome to my stash video 2018 part 5. I'll probably split this video into two parts. This is my Celtic stuff or Celtic stuff that I've got from Chorlton Firework. So I've got some other big bits there that I'll probably get split into another video to avoid going on too long. Obviously I've ordered this some time ago, although I've added to it as new products have come out. So we'll start off with Slow Then Go. Obviously it's a fan effect cake with a 30-second duration, 60 shots, and obviously it's a Cat 3, so 25 meters distance. It says medium noise, but I'd imagine it's more on the lower end, to be honest. It fires out, obviously, Slow Then Go, as it suggests, nice and slow to start with, and then progressively speeds up. But it's more of a low level effect cake, and I think it's got some nice cross sets in there. I suppose a bit like Colourful Cross set by Celtic, sort of in, I think it's in the middle sequence somewhere. So reds and greens, and then there's obviously some crackling tails, obviously, that come up as well. So that will go towards I think the front end of the display this year. And then something that I've had my own for a while, I'm going to have to construct some kind of frame to launch these, quite tall really, these Hong Kong candles, which is just a change of name from the old Shanghai candles that used to be, that Celtic have brought back under their own sort of guise. So they're like Roman candles with tails then, basically. Put some nice effects there. So I've got 3 crackling, which I'm going to sort of fan together, so 1 up the middle and then 2 angled in some kind of wooden contraption. 3 pink cocoa, and then 3 gold comic tails. And they also do a blue cocoa and a silver tail as well, but maybe I'll get them next year instead. And I can't remember how many shots they are. Let's have a look. So it's a Cat 3 candle basically, by the looks of it, which I didn't know until now. I don't know if it's about 8 or 10 shots in total, so fairly nice. And then I had one of these last year, and having seen them fired in the fresh at a demo night, I wasn't disappointed either during my display last year. So makes no sense, makes perfect sense even to get them again. I mean, these cakes, they look tiny in the 6-pack. I think they're 16 shotters, all of them, but if I can get them out one-handed, they're very small, but the size of the breaks for something so small. So let's just, there you go, compare it to Slow Then Go. Obviously tiny in comparison. 16 shotters, obviously 20 seconds, all of them, I think. Multicolour effects. There's some lovely purples and some bronzes as well in these. They've all got nice little names as well, obviously with the Celtic theme. Some have got crackling. I think 3 of the cakes have got crackling, and 3 are just really nice effects. And like I say, for something so small, they really do punch above the weight. In fact, let's just check what category these are. So the Cat 2s, but I've seen these fired at the other end of a football pitch, and they didn't look out of place with the Cat 3 stuff at all. The breaks are phenomenal for something so small. So when you consider, you know, you can buy cheap cakes from Brothers and Bright Star and Skycrafter, I wouldn't bother. If you're gonna spend, you know, have 6 small fireworks, get this. because they'll blow all the others that I've fired of similar size. They'll just blow them out of the park. It's just I can't really explain enough how good they are, basically. And I'll keep getting these until they stop making them every year, because they're that good. So that's it in a nutshell. So there's your 6. So Celtic, Boudica, Bronze Age, Knights, Iron Age Sky, Druids Brute, and 600 BC. So I'll put those back later. What else have we got? So we've got Storm, which has got some decent crackling in it. I think there's other effects too, but basically this is going on my little fused board this year, and that's going to go in the middle. And then I've got 2 slightly bigger, actually, noticeably bigger, 2 crazy crackles, which I'll put sort of angled, or I'll probably angle them sort of in a cluster, and we've Storm up as a straight shot through the middle. So I'll have just pure crackles either side, and then a different colour crackle effect down the middle as a bit of variation, but it's more to do with the noise that I want to achieve really from that section of the display. So alongside these I will probably have some Sizzling Sentinels, or the Benwell version as well, which I've got all up at the same time, which are just like crackle mines basically, and they'll sort of complement each other quite nice, but we'll have that sort of pure crackle effect, because I've got a lot of different noises for this year's display, just as a break from the norm. And my son, who has a few sensory issues, loves this kind of thing, so it's something for him as well that he'll love. So that's that section. And then I'd forgotten I ordered these, because it was that long ago I put my order into Chorlton Fireworks. But we've got 2 virtual vortexes, which are pure and simple, a spinner effect cake. So I'll probably put these 2 together. I might have to find another varied spinner effect to go down the middle, but it doesn't have to be. I could put something else down the middle. So not exactly the prettiest cake, but it's just variation. So they'll go on my fused board as well, together as a pair. And then every year, standard, got to have Colourful Crossette, because I love crossettes. There aren't many on the market, although, as I'll show you in my next video, that's about to change. So these are just greens and reds, but I can't express how vibrant they are. They're just so colourful and so pretty, and not particularly noisy. They've got a bit of a crack when the break splits from the single ball of light into the 4 separate balls, but so it says noise medium there, but a lot of people class them as low noise. So 25 meters safety distance. I'm sure this is a Cat 2. Yeah, it's a Cat 2, so 25 meter safety distance possibly. I've fired it a bit closer, I think, last year, and there was no issues really, because it is a Cat 2, so you don't have to go to 25 meters. I probably won't this year either. They'll just secure the cakes very firmly and have a backstop kind of thing. So I'm not sure where I'm going to put this in the display. These will quite easily, probably in pairs, go in with a Cat 3, no problem, because the heights are great, the colours and the effects are great. But I've only got the one this year, so I'll probably incorporate it into my fuse board, providing I've got enough fuse left. And then this is a first this year. Got Ding Dong, again another Cat 2 cake, varied effects. In fact, I think this might have some spinners in, so it might go with a virtual vortex up the middle. I'll have to double check the video, but it's a Cat 2, and again they're suggesting 25 meters, which I'm pretty sure for a Cat 2 is a bit extreme, but having never fired it. There you go, silver spinner to colour peony. So yes, I remember what I did now when I ordered these. So this is going to go in with the 2 virtual vortexes, and that'll go up the middle. as those two are firing. In fact, hang on, what's the time on these? 25 seconds versus 25 seconds, so perfect. What should we go for next? Oh yes, these little beauties. Last year, if you've seen my videos, I got some Yorg white strobes. They're a brilliant starter to any display, just because they add a bit of mood and it just attracts everyone's attention because they're so bright. Well, Celtic this year, and these are hot off the press kind of thing, have done their own blinkers, as they call them, but they're basically a strobe, but they're red. So I had white last year and I've got red this year, and they come in a pack of 5, and they're a 1 minute duration. So kick these off first. If you try and find my video from last year's display, the Cat 3 display, you'll see 3 white strobes. So this will be similar, but obviously in red. And let's just hope any passers-by don't think that there's a distress flare or something gone off, because that could cause some embarrassment. But I don't think I'll use all 5. I might do a demo video just with 1, and then I'll probably use 3 again this year like last year, and 1 as a spare for when I get bored. So looking forward to using those. Then we've got another big fan, Magnificent 7, which, as it suggests, it's not just 7 shots, but there's 7 banks of fan basically. Some lovely big breaks on this. So again, something I'm looking forward to. And it says it's a Cat 2, which, wow. I thought it was Cat 3. I wouldn't be putting this with the rest of my Cat 2 stuff, no way. So what have we got? We've got red tails, time rain, willows, green tails and time rain willows, and blue stars with time rain, and then the last row, gold crown with time rain with no crackle. Alright, okay. And then just shy of 500 gram NEC, so a decent amount of powder in there, and quite heavy too. Then what have we here? I hear you cry. It is a Celtic Black Label cake. Is this some one-off piece that that's been done especially for me? Actually, no, it's not. It's fork handles, but it's not got the label on for some reason. It's just black. So I love crossettes, as people know, and these are silver sort of comic crossettes with a red bouquet, so it says, and some rows of whistling interspersed between the layers of fan. So varied effects, some noise, which is great, and some really nice crossette effects as well. I've been after this. I should have got it last year, but I ran out of money and places to fire, so finally got it this year. I'm looking forward to that. So another fan cake. We've got quite a lot of fans this year because we've got the space to do it. And then finally, before my next video, the Dark Demolisher. This is one of 3 mine cakes, or as I prefer, dump cakes, because I'll be honest, no mine that I have ever seen will top this. These are in an absolute league of their own. I've seen all 3 of the new Celtic dump cakes fired in a demo night just a couple of weeks back, and wow, these absolutely blew me away. I didn't have enough money to get all 3, so because I'd already put a big order in, as you can see, so I've settled for the 1 extra. They're all equally impressive because of the size of the breaks, but this one, because there's Miner's Revenge 2, and then this one did a Dark Demolisher, which I know is spelt wrong, but that's deliberate. This has got crackle in, and just the noise from, I think they're 30mm tubes, 19 shot all at once, hence the term dump cake. Absolutely phenomenal amount of sort of explosion in the sky, fills the sky, and the noise is just phenomenal as well. So these will be in my displays for years to come, because they're that good. You know, you could do a row of 3 and it would just absolutely knock people's socks off. But like I say, I can't afford that this year. So yeah, you've got 380 grams of NEC going up in the space of a second, basically. I think the video is like 3 seconds long. So 19 shot silver chrysanthemum mine, and it's instant. So yeah, all 19 shots at once. So that's my Celtic stash sorted. I think I've got a Flash Harry left over from last year, so I'll have to incorporate that in somehow. And then I'll get on to my next part 2 stash, which all from Chorlton Fireworks this year. That's my main stash. So stand by for the next part.